Hi and welcome. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. Welcome to another tutorial on a Tuesday. I was thinking of calling these Tutorial Tuesdays, and so I hope this kind of fits into that category. I'm going to do more than just talking about it. I'm actually going to do some creating, but what I wanted this lesson to do was to teach you how to kind of look at your supplies and pare things down, make the collection smaller, and just create some cards from a limited amount of supplies rather than kind of running away and grabbing every paper in the pack that you have in the building, lots and lots of inks and lots of stamps and lots of dies. Let's pare it down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just run through what I have here and where they come from, why I've chosen them, and then I'm going to make hopefully 2 or 3 cards with you, and you'll get a bit of an idea of kind of where I'm going with this. Okay, so these papers here have been chosen out of the freebie paper pack that you will get if you sign up to Stampin' Up! Between now and March. So there's a special offer on at the moment, and if you sign up, you will get this pack of paper for free. Now, admittedly, you're not going to like every single piece of paper in this pack. All right. So what I've tried to do is take some of the more boring papers and team them with the papers I find more fun and more interesting. So here is one of them. So this one is a kind of tropical theme. Now, I don't dislike it hugely, but I found it more useful to use this side because I'm going to be pairing it with this one, which I don't really like very much, but I love this side. Okay, when I say love this side, I like this side. I don't love it, actually. I just like it. But then this is probably one of my favourite papers in that pack, and I want it to go really far. I want to use it all up right now because this is my favourite. So when I team that with this and this, it really helps to show off my favourite paper, which is this one. Okay, so I've just chosen 3 papers, and these are the 3 papers I'm going to be using. The next stage is to then look at different coloured cardstock. So here I've already cut out various items, and I will show you what I've done. So I've got Night of Navy cardstock, which obviously teams with this Night of Navy paper that I've got here. And then I've also got Crake, which is sort of the closest colour that I have to this thing here. I don't know what colour this is. This is kind of a bit of a mixture of textures and colours there, but I thought that's fine. That's okay. It coordinates. And then I have cut these out from Very Vanilla. Now, normally we'd go, white and Very Vanilla. Not sure about that. However, I do notice there are some very little tiny, little gorgeous little peachy, vanilla-y flowers. So I am sticking with that argument, and that's my reasoning, and I'm sticking with that. So that's what I did. So I got crumb cake, vanilla, and navy cardstock. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess. I just chucked everything on my desk. Then look, I've got some green leaves because we have green leaves in that there. Then I went ahead and stamped some flowers, okay, and used the colours, the pink that's in there. I've teamed that up, but with the navy colour there, because we've got Night of Navy already. So this, I'm just trying to explain how, by picking your papers, you know, really the inspiration with this paper, and I teamed it with some geometric and a plain. And from there, I've ended up with a whole collection of things on my desk that all kind of coordinate together and hopefully are going to look fabulous once put together. Right, now this is quite a die-heavy collection of pieces. So I have used these Stitch So Sweetly dies. This is the one that's got the gorgeous scallop rectangles with the stitches on. And as you can see, I have cut out several different frames from this. I've been super duper frugal, look. So I've got that cut out, and then I think there's another one somewhere, and I've got these ones. Cut some of those out. So I've got a whole pile of crumb cake frames ready to go. So this is the sort of thing that you can do, you know, maybe you're having a bit of a tinker in your craft room, or perhaps it's brand new product and you're just like, I've got no idea what to do with this. Just tinker around, cutting bits out. So look, I've cut some of these doily shapes from, this is the painted labels dies that goes with the poppies. Just these gorgeous, you know, frame bits here, like that. Put those to one side. Then what else have I done? I've cut out that gorgeous, gorgeous lace piece from, this is Jubilee Beauty dies. Now, you don't have to have these specifically. I'm just kind of trying to inspire you to use what you have, but just get on and cut a few things out, because what I find frustrating about creating cards is if I think of an idea and I just cut like one piece, get my big shot out, cut one thing out for one card. By doing this, by cutting a few things out and having them kind of all coordinating together, it means that you can get your creative juices going. So look, I've cut out a few of those leaves. There are two really beautiful little leaf dies in this kit, so I was really pleased about that. Right, let's just sort this all out. Then it looks like I've used the stitch circle framelits there as well. So you could use a punch, you don't have to have the stitch dies to do that. Just cut lots of bits out, have them ready at hand. Right, and then I've obviously stamped those and got those ready too. Right, we're nearly ready for creating. So I've already cut down some of these pieces of paper. I was on the phone this afternoon and thought, oh, I could do that when I'm on the phone. So those bits got cut out. If I explain to you what I did. So these are 6x6 pieces of cardstock. And so in the UK, we tend to do our matting layers at 10 centimetres by 14.435. Okay, so we cut down there and then a little bit off the top. So I've already gone ahead and done that. So there's a whole one there, and then I've also cut into pieces, so you can see, look, I've cut that one at that point and I've got that piece there and stuff. I've got a bit of a cold, guys, and so I keep running out of air as I talk, but hopefully I'll be able to keep going. Right, let's sort this out. So I've already got some bits cut out here. I already went ahead and cut some of these pieces so that I know that they would fit inside these frames as well. There we go. See how cute is that? Or maybe it was that one. Yeah, oh, it's one. That one fits inside that one. And then I thought I did cut some of these to fit inside here. There we go. Right, so I know I've done quite a lot of the work already. It just means I don't have to be cutting things out with you guys watching me. Right, let's pull up a chair, get some cardstock. Now, I nearly cut out some cardstock in these coordinating colours ready, but I realised that I have some bits already cut from some retired card. I don't know if any of you guys remember this colour. This was, I think they called it natural something. And it's from a few years ago, and I have quite a lot of it left over, so I thought it'd be nice just to use that up, and it kind of goes with the whole theme, so we'll go with that. Right, I'm just going to call you guys up on the old tablet, and then I can read your comments and we'll get going. So welcome, thank you for joining me tonight. And I almost feel like it's a bit of a, it feels like kind of my scrap card style stuff, but kind of planned, if that makes sense. It's like a planned scrap card, but yeah, sort of like I said, if I'll use it, I've just got it there just in case. And I've also got some ribbons. These are in the new mini catalogue, so we'll see how we go. We might use those, might not, but we'll get started. Right, so simple card to start off with. You can stick your pieces together like that, so you've got that nice kind of divide between there, and then you can kind of accentuate that divide by maybe putting a bit of that, and then what about a nice simple poppy there, and there we go. What about a little leaf, another little leaf there. I don't have too many of these, so but I think that's just nice and simple, nothing too complicated there. Let me say a quick hello to everybody. Hi Diane, Linda, Randy, Anne-Marie, Pam, Jackie, Louisa, Donnie, Steph, Jamie, Stephanie, Deborah, Esther, Jenny. Who else have we got? I love to journal. Hi Gina, April. Ooh, the brown with the frame and some of those big flowers you cut out would be gorgeous. Oh, good. I'm loving these colours together. Good. Oh, good to hear you're a bit better, Steph. Oh, but you're still feeling yucky. Okay. Right. So that was, you know, super simple, not too complicated. I don't know whether to put anything else on that. Maybe just, oh, you know what? I'm just going to stick this down and be happy with it. It probably just needs a little bit of a sentiment, but no, as normal, we'll just kind of get on and get it stuck down and enjoy the fact we've already achieved one card. Lovely as is, says Esther. Hello, May.
Hello.
Are you all nice and clean?
Yes.
Did you wash your hair?
Yes.
Oh, good. Which shampoo did you use?
The only one there.
What do you mean the only one there? Didn't you use the new one?
What new
The
one?
green tea one?
No.
Oh, that's in the blue bottle.
Blue bottle?
Mm.
I think blue bottle.
I know Dad bought more Head and Shoulders, didn't he?
Yeah.
I've been trying to encourage my family not to use Head and Shoulders because I find it a bit too strong. And I bought some really nice new Body Shop stuff, but they've ignored it. So
Can't tell if it's just soap. Hello.
oh, this, I think I'm running out of glue, or this has become very sticky, this stuff. Oof. Right, pop that on there. So you can hear May's got a sniffy nose.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I'm sneezing all the time.
You've been sneezing. Oh dear. I think you've got my cold then.
No, I got the cold first.
You got it first, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know
Right,
what
I'm going to
happened
put
to me.
a bit of dimensional on the back of this poppy. And I just use my fingers to kind of make it stand out a bit. I don't want it to come over the card, so making sure I'm sticking it in there.
Oh, hello. We will say hi. So, hello.
Yes. How are you doing today, says Wendy.
Oh, I am good, thank you.
You can answer Wendy. And Wendy, didn't you have a break? Wendy always says no star because she lives in South Wales. Oh, where's my little flower? I want leaf rather.
Hello. We will say hello.
You use Faith in Nature shampoo. Ooh. Oh, Anne-Marie says Head and Shoulders is all she uses. Oh, that's, well, if it works for you, that's fine. I just find that on May's hair, she gets dandruff, and Head and Shoulders are supposed to stop dandruff, but I think she gets it because it's too harsh on her hair, or her scalp rather. So, okay, one done. Right. Oh, so if I end up just chatting all the way through this and not making any other cards, I know that I've achieved one card. What about doing half and half? Just need to cut that down a bit past the, oh, there we go. Ooh, ouch, Steph. Yeah, so you have to be careful what you use then. That stuff can be harsh, can't it? Steph says that she burnt her scalp on lip lotion.
Ow.
It's very strong, that stuff, you know. That's why I don't use it. If my kids get nits, we use mayonnaise.
I remember when you just told me, oh, mate, it's hair mayonnaise.
It's hair mayonnaise. Basically, it's the cheap stuff. The cheapest mayonnaise you can get. And you put it on the kids' hair for 2 hours. You put it in their hair, run it all the way through their hair, and then you stick a plastic bag just over the top of their heads.
I remember that.
Not the whole way over their heads. Okay,
the
please,
hair.
nobody call child services. Just the top of their heads. And you sit them in front of a telly and watch a film. What film did you watch, May?
I don't remember.
Oh, right.
I remember
Okay.
I used to watch this cartoon mermaid.
Oh, right.
Which was like a
And then you
series.
wash the mayonnaise out, and the mayonnaise will have killed all the lice and suffocated the nits. And then you just comb it out with a brush. Right, should we go for a big one here? Look, that's quite nice, isn't it? That's quite sweet, isn't it? What else what have we got here? We could have then a little panel. That could be a
Some
little.
people just haven't heard of it. Haven't heard of mayonnaise in your hair.
They've not heard of it. Ah, there we go. See, we always like to bring something new on this channel. Something helpful for the masses. What do we go with one of those? So was that too big, May? I think that's too big. It kind of covers it up.
Put the corner.
No, it's too big. I think just a little,
In the
a
corner.
sentiment there with, what sentiment could we have?
Yes,
Well,
mayo as
oh,
a
that won't,
conditioner.
you deserve it, but no.
How do you think about that?
Yes,
Conditioner.
mayonnaise is good as conditioner, yep.
Ooh, just like the future.
Oh, we could have thinking of you. That could go in there, couldn't it? What else have we got? Where's my? Oh, there it is.
What are you trying to find?
Just something nice, something nice and little. No, it's too big. Oh, happy birthday! I wonder if that would fit inside.
Nope. Oh yeah, maybe. No.
No.
Maybe.
Can you pass me the 1 and what have we got there? 1 1/4 punch? Is there 1 1/4? No, the 1 1/4 is retired, isn't it?
1.5.
Let's have a looky. Let's see if that would stamp. Hold on, if I get the 1 1/4 punch. Oh no, that'd be too. Maybe the 1 1/2. Can you grab me the 1 1/2?
Like this. Like this.
I know what. Let's stamp it and see. Stamp it and see. Oh, I dread to think what chemicals are in those knit things. Those knit shampoos. So strong. I don't think you need anything as strong as that. Basically, you need something just to suffocate them. That's why I stuck with the mayonnaise approach.
Cheaper.
It is definitely cheaper. Oh, that's quite elegant actually. Just having that little bit of
What do people say?
a bit surrounding.
That's like me.
You shouldn't have to, Deborah. No, because basically as long as you absolutely slather it on, and so every single strand is covered. Like I say, what you're doing is you're suffocating them, and that's why you have to do it for more than 2 hours, because the eggs obviously have a little bit of oxygen inside them, so you have to make sure that they're completely suffocated so the oxygen doesn't get to them, and that is what ends up killing them. So then you have to just go through it obviously with a knit comb, and obviously because you've just used the mayonnaise, everything's really nice and soft, so it's fine. Yeah, that's anyway, it's always worked for us. So cheap whiskey mixed with white vinegar.
What?
Ah, there we go. Was that just to clean off? Because I've also tried the olive oil method. So you do olive oil and then you do fairy liquid just to get the oil out, and then you just wash in your own shampoo. But then when I discovered this mayonnaise technique, I was like, that's brilliant. It's like 2 in 1. So you've got the vinegar in the mayonnaise that helps the egg slip off afterwards. The eggs have been suffocated, so they're dead, and all the actual lice themselves are dead as well. So it's always worked for us. Drinking it. Yeah, you drink the whiskey before you face the children. Oh my goodness, because sitting there trying to comb out children's hair. Oh, I remember my son got nits, and he has quite luscious, thick hair. And I remember just phoning the school. I found them in the morning, and I was just like, I phoned the school and just said, I'm so sorry, I found nits in my son's hair. I'm just going to sort it out, and then I'll bring him to school. Oh, now, do we want this little bit? Do we want that little bit in the background or not?
Yes.
Yeah, 1 shot for you and 1 shot for the hair. She's talking about whiskey. So someone said you could use it to drink. Oh, tea tree shampoo. Yeah, that's good as a deterrent. I know a friend who basically every time the child walks out the door, they just put a drop of, they just get a spot of tea tree oil and they pop it on the scalp of the children.
What would that do?
And then our friend, doesn't she make like tea tree spray, like a spray that you spray over kids before they leave the house? Whenever they're going to spend time with other children, you spray them.
I don't know.
Make your own mixture.
What? Why would you do that?
Just stop them wanting to live in your hair. Anyway, so back to stamping. How did we get onto this, eh? What the things we end up talking about on here. Oh, Wendy, you got them. No way. Oh, and then you have to wash the pillowcases. You have to wash the towels. Ugh, that's the annoying thing. Having to wash everything that their heads have come into contact with. Yeah, you can laugh at me.
What about?
No, you'd have to wash Sophie. Right.
What
Right, that's one
covers?
done. Let's have another play. I really could use this, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use it. I did have a little play with doing some offsetting with it earlier.
Put something you got this.
Oh no, see if we cover that, that's a bit pointless, isn't it? Covering all that lovely lace. Let's not
put
cover
something
it all.
underneath it.
What do you mean put something underneath?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, glue. Oh, thank you, Christine. Yeah, you see, I think like a florist. I remember watching somebody do a floral arrangement when I was younger, and other people I've heard say this, is when you create a flower arrangement, you have to make sure that you're showing off every flower to its best kind of advantage. And so you have to almost think that in terms of everything you put on a card. So for me, this is kind of like the really shining, kind of inspirational part of this card. So we're going to show it off. So if I just stuck a piece of paper on like that, to me, that's not really showing it off. But by putting a border around it, it really makes it stand out. Then putting it against the contrast of the blue makes it stand out even more. Putting this blue against a contrasting background, which is the brown, as opposed to putting it on something like that, makes this show up really, beautifully. So there's lots of reasons behind kind of what I'm doing. Now, there may come a time where you may want to create a card because you're going for a subtle effect, so you would put that on that, but this card isn't going for subtle. We're going for, bam, look at me, aren't I gorgeous?
We're all learning something.
So look, now that gets shown off now. And let's get a little bit of this white. Do we want this under there? A nice zhuzhy bow. Good idea with when you have a cold. And cutting out completely when I've got a cold. Although I absolutely failed at tea time today because we had loads of left. We need to colour in this ribbon. Are you up for helping me colour this ribbon in? Can you get the blends in the red box down there? Who's making that noise? All my children.
This is on TV. Then it was me.
Who's on TV?
Dad.
Right, what colour should we colour this ribbon, May?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay. So get a yellow. I think this has got colour. Yeah. Oh, that's quite bright. Should we go for a lighter yellow? Yeah, okay, so all you do is move that box that way. Okay. So all you do is you just brush it on like that. Oh, let's put that away. Put that on there. Right, you do that. Use your other hand if you want.
Yeah.
I'll start sticking all this together. Oh, you had to cut her hair. Oh no.
What?
She said she had hair down to her knees and she got shampoo from the doctor. She said shampoo, leave on for 10 minutes. Well, I thought if 10 is good, 20 would be better. Wrong. Oh no.
Oh,
So what happened to her hair? Did it like go really horrible? Oh, I'm making a mess of this glue. I was trying to be really delicate with it, but I failed. I'm going to have to just use my glue rubber later, I think.
Glue rubber?
Yeah, my silicone glue rubber. I know, May's the colouring assistant, very helpful. Right, stick that under there. Oop. Now, we might have to carry on this broadcast after Esther, because Esther's going live on Facebook at... so we could maybe carry on. I'll see how I feel. Oh, that looks nice.
I think, wow. I chose good colours.
You chose a good colour, yes. Right, let's have that going over there. I'm just going to put some of that glue under there. Right, so we're going to tie this into a nice bow. So this is the white, thin, crinkle, seam binding ribbon that's in the mini catalogue. And I couldn't resist getting it because I thought, oh, it's so easy to kind of make it your own by colouring. Oh, my hands are so sticky.
Do you want me to do it?
That's all right. So if we put that...
Do you think it looks okay yellow?
Yeah, I think it looks okay yellow. Right, let's go for a few dimensionals on here. I don't know where my big dimensionals have got to. You definitely need a May. Oh, she loves that you're a lefty. Cindy loves that you're a lefty. It's really handy for me because it means that we don't bump into each other. So she works on that side and then I work on this side and it's kind of cool.
It's not handy at school.
Isn't it? Why not?
Because when we use pens, it's like I got.
Because you write into your hands, don't you? But you don't do that.
I can't do that. I do that. So when I do that, I'm just like, ah.
Why don't you turn the paper around so you do that, so you're writing upwards?
Oh, but I'll just be really hard.
No, that's what your teacher suggested to you years ago, and I did suggest.
How can I write if I always write what should I write? When I'm bored, I need to write something. What?
Anyway, go and practice somewhere else.
Okay, sorry.
Hijacking my YouTube. You'll have to watch some videos on it. I'm sure there'll be videos about it. Turn the corner of the page to your tummy, May. There we go. So she's obviously a lefty.
Wait, what? How'd that work?
The left corner of the page, yeah?
Oh yeah. 'Cause
Oh, I didn't cut this down. Oops. Right, can you pass my cutter, please? Yeah.
yeah, I do do my own crafting channel.
Yes.
And I was thinking of names.
You already thought of the name, didn't you?
No, I'm just thinking of names. To do with May.
I know.
I don't
that
know if
down
he'll
there.
say you may come or something. So I was thinking like making something.
Yeah, make with May.
Yeah. No, make. No, 'cause that sounds weird. Because it got May and May. What? I'm confused now.
Mayak. Mayak, you would spell it M-A-E-K-E.
May.
Mayak. Mayak
No, I'll
with
just do
May.
May and then wait, I'd write it with a pen. I'm gonna show you now. I'd write May.
Yeah.
K.
Make.
Okay, I didn't
Makey.
see. Make. With May. No. What was the other thing? I can't think.
Right, come on, we've got to do another one. We've got
Okay.
13 minutes to do another one.
13 or 13?
13.
13!
13 minutes. Right, so I would like to use maybe some of that. What else have we got here?
We could use those. In a second. And you're writing,
Oh, yeah, we could have that.
but then give a gap.
Oh, yes, have a gap.
And then have
What about that in the middle?
something like that or that. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Do we want the bit of...
Oh yeah, making crafts. But that sounds like making. What? I'm confused.
Make it with May, they say.
Ooh, that could work.
Cindy would subscribe, she said.
Ooh,
I am thinking of actually starting another channel, to be honest.
with me. Oh me.
Well, I'd call it Artful Living, and then I'd be able to do crochet and
Ooh, no,
other things on there as
I
well.
want to do that for my channel.
You want to do that, do you?
Yeah. Be with Hummy.
I just thought it'd be nice to
We'll
have another
set it
channel
up
that.
in my desk. Mine.
Right, what about if we put ribbon? We covered that bit with ribbon.
Yeah, you need something like a line there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
'Cause the
Or
line
I
just
could
looks
cut a
like-
line with have a strip of this underneath.
Do you have maybe
What else have I got? Hold on, what have I got here? So if that goes there, we only need a bit on each side, don't we?
or
Do you think that'd be enough?
if you put that there and put that
What if we turn this round?
remove that closer then. Like that.
I know, but then, because look where the circle is.
And put that there. Or we could do it the opposite way around.
Yeah, of course you could.
No, like that. That underneath there.
But what's the point of covering that up when you've got that big hole there?
I have no idea. I'm just thinking.
Yeah. Your cats are calling. Oh, of course I would, April. Yes, yeah. No, I would. I just don't want to clog up my Artful Stampin YouTube channel with things that are not Artful Stampin. Sorry, are not stamping. If that makes sense.
Or we could just have another channel.
So I was thinking of just having another channel that would have
May and Mum.
other things on it.
But
Oh
that
look,
means
I've got
it'll be
two
with
of
me.
these. So look, I could have that there.
But then how you're
And
going
that
to need
there.
something like this because now it just looks very...
Well, I've got, hold on. I have this.
Ooh.
Ooh, says
Now
May.
you need something
Ooh.
else inside of it.
Mm,
Because
not
I can
sure
do
about that.
writing.
Oh, you've always wanted to learn how to crochet and knit. Oh, cool. Okay.
I can do a bit crochet.
Yeah, May can do lefty crochet. Oh no, you don't crochet left-handed, do you? May's quite interesting. She does some things left-handed and some things right-handed.
I'm right-footed.
She plays the guitar right-handed.
I write
Left-handed.
I cut with scissors left-handed, and I do almost everything else right-handed.
Do you eat right-handed or left-handed?
I don't know.
Hi, Kay.
That's a very hard thing to remember.
Oh, are you, Pam? Oh, great. She's off to a crochet class.
Ooh. We need to make another channel.
Yeah, I
with
think I'm
me.
just going to have to do another channel.
With me, gonna be.
I actually
my
have 3
channel.
channels already, would you believe? Because 8 years ago, I started one called Paper and Pearls, which was kind of like the name of my other blog.
Mm.
And then I've got just one that's just Ruth Magnus, which is... And I tend to just use those to upload private videos of like the family and stuff, so you guys would never see those. And then, I mean, you may come across some of them are actually live, they public rather. Some very early. There's a swaps video I did years ago. That's on YouTube somewhere, buried somewhere. But yeah, most of my videos now are on Artful Stampin. Right, I'm gonna stick that there. How long have we got? 8 minutes. Right, so I'm thinking I'm going to stick that there. I'm going to cut this off, but I'm just going to stick these on. Just to create a bit of a, what's the word I want? Differentiation between the 2 layers. Used to do macrame. Ah, cool.
Wait, then we're going to put this in there.
Yeah, we're going to put that there. Can you start putting some glue on the back of it for me? You might have to just stab it and squeeze. Come on, be firm. I've done a little bit of macrame. I'm not as good at it as I am other things. My mother used to do it.
What's that?
Macrame, it's knotting.
Ooh,
And I can do tatting.
I can't very well.
My mum tried to teach me, didn't you? You had a bit of a go at it, didn't you?
Yeah, but I kind of lost it, so...
You have to practice, sweetie.
No, I didn't. I lost the thing I was working on.
Oh no, I put it away. Oh, what am I doing? You've already done one for me. Right, put some glue on the back of there.
Wait, which side do you want?
Put the glue on that. Alright. Do I want any other ribbon? Right. Let's play with this. That's fit in there? No.
There you go.
Oh, bobbin lace. Yes, yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, about family life being private, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how people lock down their security when, or just how they keep their family secure when they do these kind of family vlogging things. It's quite exposing, isn't it? I mean, some of them are very interesting, but...
Oh man, just looking, because we have 2 things that we're going to look at.
Do you want that there, or is it too much? Should we just leave that?
No,
Just put a thing there.
every time I look at the camera that's recording, it's like the same speed as what we're doing. And then when I
Hold
look
on,
at
let
the
me
actual thing,
let
it's
me
not.
renew this because it's not up to date. Right, there we go.
Yeah, that's
Right, I'm
it.
going to leave that as it is because maybe it could just take a little
Hang on,
sentiment
still
off to the
like-
side because you kind of want to show off this lovely pink So you don't really want too much there. So I would perhaps just do a little sentiment like that. Nothing too extravagant. Right, well, I've still got an absolute load of stuff. I was going to say a ton, but it's not really a ton. It's just lots of stuff here. Ready to do more. So I'll see how I feel later. I might come on and a bit later and do a little bit more playing with you guys. But I hope it's kind of given you an idea of how to approach lots of stash. All right, so the principle is choose 3 pieces of patterned paper, but choose patterned paper that are not exactly the same. So, you know, pick out your favorite one first, go for your lovely florals or whatever it is that you like. I mean, your favorite might be that. That's absolutely fine. But it's pattern. It's got, you know, it's got, look, that one's got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, blue, green, red, yellow. 4 colours. It's got white and black. That's a heck of a lot. This has got pink, light pink, dark pink, green, yellow, blue. So that's
Light
got
green.
a lot. Yeah. So that's got 5 colours in it. All right. So, and it's something with more than 4 colours. Then choose a patterned paper, but with less colours, slightly geometric, and then choose a piece of paper that is virtually plain. I mean, that it's got texture, but it's virtually plain. All right, so you've got the 3 different elements, and they're contrasting, and they're fabulous. And then choose your cardstock to go with that. Be dictated by the colours you've already got here. Keep the palette simple, and then do lots of cutting out, and then enjoy just putting it together. It just makes it such a joy, rather than staring at a blank piece of card going, where do I start? Just, you know, let the pieces dictate how they're going to be used. Don't worry too much. Just have a play and see what you can come up with. Right, so that was number 2. Where's number 1 gone? Oh, where's it gone now? Oh, avalanche.
Yep.
Oh, avalanche. I didn't stick it on the back of one of these, did I? No. Oh, there it is. Here it is. There we go. Right.
And look, it's still a tiny bit too late.
Yeah, there is a delay, darling.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Oh, I made 4. Oh.
No.
Yeah,
What?
I did.
What?
Look, there we go. We made 4 cards. That's not bad, is it?
Oh, no.
So that's all right, Navarana. Right, don't watch the replay just now. Head over to Facebook and watch Esther. She's going to be on in 2 minutes' time. So we've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Okay. So they all, I mean, they all coordinate beautifully. Not that you're going to give the same one, all of them to the same person, and they're all going to go, oh, don't my cards match. But it's quite satisfying to kind of make a set of cards that are really
Similar.
elegant looking, got similar elements to it. You know, you don't have loads of supplies everywhere. It's just you've got on and done it. And also, it's a great way to actually get to know your product. You know, to see how you can use it, you know, different ways. So, you know, there I've used it as a bit of a ribbon border there, that piece of lace, and then here I've just got it as a little strip, you know, and then maybe other ways I could have used it. And then that rectangle die, I've used it as a faux piece of ribbon across there, you know, rather than just a rectangle die. So, kind of great way to experiment and see different ways of creating. All right. Right, lovely to see you all.
Good night.
You're very welcome, Gina. Thank you, Jenny. And Jenny says, have a good night's sleep. No.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Lovely. You're very welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see. Please remember to share, and please purchase products. If you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you haven't got one already, then please consider shopping with me. There's a current host code. If it's not obvious on my artfulstampin.co.uk, then do send me a message and I will send you the current code.
And go watch
Esther.
and yes.
Yes, Stampin' Star Creations on Facebook. She's going to be there now. Okay, take care for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Now how do we turn it off?
Just press this button.